Hey geeks, what's going on? My name is Bran. Welcome back to the Geek XP, and we are here with some awesome and super exciting Overwatch news. Yesterday at Gamescom, Blizzard announced and revealed their first post-launch Overwatch map, and it looks so cool. Now, this whole post has a bunch of German names. I'm going to try my best, but I can make no promises that I won't butcher the pronunciation. So, let's jump into it. The new Overwatch map is called Eichenwalde, or Eichenwalde based on your pronunciation, and it is a medieval-style castle map placed in Germany just outside of Stuttgart. Now, Germany, we know, is the home of Reinhardt, and thanks to some data miners, we previously knew that we had some unique dialogue lines for Reinhardt, referring to his homeland, referring to this area, and so now it is confirmed. Eichenwalde is going to be a hybrid map. It's going to be part escort, part assault. Now, unlike maps like King's Row, Eichenwalde is going to be it's going to start out as an escort and then move into assault. The map looks like it's divided into what I would describe as 3 different phases, starting with what looks to be a village phase, with lots of small buildings and houses that you can move through, narrow streets. Everything is littered with ruined Omnics, Bastion models, and other assault models that we've seen in previous media, such as the opening reveal cinematic to the game. Then it looks like you move your way up through the village, up to the walls of the keep, and into the keep's bailey. Now, once you get here, there is a drawbridge, which will be a great place for potential knockoffs with Pharaoh rockets, Junkrat mines, or Lucio pulse blasts, but then it's also a nice choke point for snipers to have a bit of a heyday. Then this moves into the point where the escort ends and the assault begins, as there's a big gate, and the payload you're carrying is a battering ram, and it's going to smash down the doors, and you're going to make your way in to the objective. Now, this spot is a site of one of the most famous battles during the Omnic Crisis. Here, the leader of the Crusaders, the group that Reinhardt was a part of, I assume that he might be the last one. But here, the leader of the Crusaders, Baldric von Alder, and his handful of his best soldiers made a last stand against the advancing Omnic army. They were outnumbered and outgunned, but damn, they must have put up one hell of a fight. If they fight anything like Reinhardt, which, looking at the remains of Baldric, we can assume these guys fought hard. Everyone's in power armor, everyone's got a big weapon. It was probably epic. I mean, you can see the damaged Omnics and other mechs scattered throughout the map, so you know that they fought quite valiantly. Though they were defeated, it is allowed the German military to push back and win the fight. So the goal of the offensive team is to make their way through the village, up into the keep, and to retrieve the remains of Baldric. The defense's team, their objective is to prevent that from happening and thwart the keep from being breached. Not only do we get some cool environments and stuff that's themed around Reinhardt, but this is also the forest that Bastion woke up in. So he was probably part of this battle too, and there might be some very cool banter between Bastion and Reinhardt, although we won't really be able to understand what Bastion is saying because he just sort of communicates in tweets and boops and beeps. But there might be some tension there. Now, this map has a few other neat little hidden things. Inside one of the buildings, there are some antlers mounted on the wall, and one of the mountings is actually Diablo's horns from Diablo 3. If you take a look at that, I saw that, I was like, those look familiar. And then I recognized them. I was like, Blizzard. But this map, I think, is also interesting because it has the most untouched remains of the old Omnic Crisis. Everything about the world of Overwatch is flavored with the fallout of that old conflict, but this one is the only one that we've seen that has actual remains and ruins from the previous conflict, where we see the ruined and downed Bastion units, the other assault mechs, and the damage that they wreaked on this village and castle. Also, can we just talk about how beautiful this map is? It's so clean, the textures are so nice, and it looks like, I mean, Blizzard's focus when they've been making their maps has been in map design is that the characters and the heroes of the game are the centerpiece, and the maps are their sort of frame, if they are the painting. And so while this map is so well done and just looks gorgeous, there's not so much here that is going to clutter it. Like the inside of the castle, I mean, it looks utilitarian, which makes sense, but it is beautiful enough that we can really appreciate it, but not so much that we're going to get lost in just a cavalcade of sensory input when playing on the maps, which has sort of been Blizzard's theme in their design. And it's such a good balance between decorative pieces, the functional parts of the map, and then just well done modeling, texturing, lighting. So thumbs up, Blizzard, you're just awesome all the time. Now, thinking about the way the map is constructed, there is so much verticality here. You know, there's all these buildings that are up high. Looks like there's lots of little alleyways and passages and buildings you can make your way through. So characters like, I'm sure, Genji and Reaper will have a ball. Snipers are going to have a great time with all these high places. Characters like Tracer can get through the buildings, but if there are some places that are limited to only those who can go up, then she might have a bit of a harder time on this map compared to others. I'm sure there will be stairs and other ways that she can get up high, but characters like Pharah and Winston might have an easier time navigating a map like this. There's also a lot of narrow choke points and thoroughfares that the party will have to make its way through as they escort the payload and make their way into the keep, and these look like the perfect spots for a Reinhardt to lead the charge, his shield taking up the entire passage and pushing through to the objective. I mean, since it is in Germany, this is Reinhardt's map, so it comes as no surprise that it would be one that might support his playstyle. Bastion setting up in a myriad of potential defensive positions next to his fallen Omnic brethren will make for a great defensive teammate on this map, with all these narrow ways he can just open fire and just tear someone apart. Overall, I am beyond excited for this map. I've been excited for a new map, looking forward to it so much, probably even more than new characters. I thought we were going to get new maps before we got new characters. Of course, we got Ana, who is really awesome, but these maps are almost characters unto themselves, and I'm so excited to explore it, so excited to try out strategies, and just go in a custom game and just float around in spectator mode and just look at all the little nooks and crannies and all the fancy things that Blizzard has put in here. Going into a little bit more speculation stuff, we don't know why the offensive team is going after the remains of Baldric. These maps don't necessarily, they don't at all correlate to the plot line that is happening in the background outside of the game within Blizzard's other media. The purpose for retrieving these remains might be entirely sentimental. Perhaps there is some technology that might still reside in Baldric's armor that they might want to retrieve, but if I had to guess, it might just be of a sentimental value. It's just like, look, these guys were heroes, Baldric was a badass, we should put him to rest and maybe give him some peace. So it's, I try not to look too far into the objectives. King's Row, we have the EMP bomb to destroy the Omnic Undertown below London, and we have the Deathlock Gang and the transportation of goods through Route 66, whatever it is that's in the truck on Dorado. There's all these little story elements in the maps, so I'm sure there will be some in-game dialogue that will explain as to maybe the purpose behind retrieving Baldric's remains. I assume it's probably more of a sentimental value, but that would make for a really badass skin for Reinhardt. Like, if after this map has been out for a while and Reinhardt gets a skin where it's Baldric's armor, that would be so cool. So that'd be a cool thing to look forward to. And it sounds like we're going to be getting this next month in September, which should align nicely with Season 2 of Overwatch's competitive mode. I'm excited for this map. I'm super pumped to jump into it. I'm going to go right into Reinhardt. He's one of my best characters, so I'm really excited that this map is coming out first for their premiere post-launch map. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Comment your thoughts and opinions and speculation in the comment section below, and subscribe to the Geek XP if you enjoyed this content. I'm hoping to bring more consistent Overwatch content to you guys, so make sure to subscribe for all of it. You guys have been awarded some Geek XP. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, Stay geeky, my friends.